Good morning. Top of the day to you all. And it is here, on time, on the ball. She means business. How are you doing wherever you are? Hearing my voice? How are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome to Auntie DTV. Welcome to my life. And the life can only be possible when we all come together and share, share our opinions. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm so happy to be here. How are you guys doing? So happy to be here. So happy. The Lord has blessed us with another day, another beautiful day. It's very cool and nice. The weather is nice, and the sunshine outside is so beautiful. It is not as fiery hot as I would have wanted it to be, but I know later it's going to get very warm, very warm. So, welcome to my life. Welcome. And feel happy to contribute, to say your point. As long as you stick to the community guidelines, all will be well. And we don't want anything that is, will cause any negative attitude. We don't keep negativity here, right? Because where negativity breeds, there will be no growth. And if it's going to be growth, it's not going to be positive. It will always be negative, right? So let me bless you and thank the Lord for taking us here another time. Holy Father, this morning as we are here, Lord Jesus, I ask of you to be in the midst, be in everything we say and do, and help us to grow as a channel, as an individual. Thank you for your presence. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen. Now, as I finish praying out my eyes, I see that I have someone here who is maybe not ready to join, but feel free to come on in just the same. Come on in just the same. My heart can sing when I pause to remember. Our heart is here, is borrowed for a while. And burning always upward. This troubled world is not my final home. But until then, my eyes will go on singing. Until then, with joy I'll carry on. Until the day mine eyes behold that city. Until the day God calls me home. Until then, my heart will go on singing. Until then, with joy I'll carry on. Until the day mine eyes behold that city. Until the day God calls me home. Hi, Swat Kishore. Good morning, good day. How are you doing? Welcome to the live. How are you doing? I'm doing well. It's a beautiful day, and I'm here. And I say, let me turn on my live because somebody out there may just be wanting to join a live or come and share a point. So I leave my description open because I want to allow persons to also focus on a point. Sometimes persons come with different point of view, then I summarize it and I make it into one. So I'm happy to see you, Swat. Where in the world are you from watching? Where in the world are you watching me from, Swat? I'm Auntie D. I'm a Jamaican, and I'm here on this channel. I suspected, but I did not want to guess for fear I guess wrong. And I could guess wrong just the same. And I just take it from you that you are from India. Okay, you're from beautiful India. So what's going on in India now? Are you having nice weather? Is it cold? Is it raining? What type of weather are you having? Here, we are about to go into fall in another, say, 2 weeks. And what I felt last night was very frightening. It was cold. I had to go and get warm clothes, warm up the place. Oh, it's not raining. Okay. I like rain, but I don't like to be caught out there in the rain. I like when it rains, I'm at home. I don't like to be traveling. Okay, so that means you're having beautiful sunshine, right? It means that you're having beautiful sunshine. Normal climate, okay. So, what is your winter like there? What is your winter? Are you having winter there now? It's 9:17 p.m. Well, it's going up to midday for us here. To be specific, let me tell you. Okay, in October, it's 11:48 here. So we are going up to midday. Yeah, I know you'll be having your winter earlier. So you'll be October, November, December. So when your winter is finished, we will be going into our winter till February. Oh, that's pretty long. Hi, JB. Good morning. Let me not say good morning. Good morning. Yes, good day because it's not yet afternoon. Yes, Swati, I'm in America. Okay, JB says, blessings. How are you? How was your night? I had a great one, JB. You know why the night was so great, JB? I was frightened. I wasn't expecting the night to be so cold. I just went to bed in an ordinary, night clothes. And when I said, I turned about some minutes after 1. And I said, oh, it feels like this. It was so cold. I had to run. I could barely walk. Thank you so much, Swat. I'm looking to see you more. Okay? You don't have to leave now, You don't have to go now. You can wait with us and you can share in our discussion as well. Sorry. Okay, you're going now? Why are you going now? You should be staying, man. You're here about not fully 5 minutes. You could stay a little longer. What is it that you'd like to talk us about before you go? Because you're giving me the green light that you're going. What is there that is, in the young people's world, school life, college, or you need to go and have lunch? Okay, it's your lunch break. So you're at school. Okay, are you in a elementary or high or college? Or you're having dinner at lunch. Okay, I'll see you another time. Okay? Yes, and you like up the light. That is beautiful and you sub. When you come back again and come back again, another time. Tomorrow's exam. Do all the best. Thank you so much. And we'll be remembering you in your prayers. Do your best, Kishen. I realize you're in school. Do your best. Enjoy your lunch. And all the best in your exams. Remember to study, eat well, and get a good night's rest before the exam, right? Good morning, God will. God will. Because it's in blue. Good, I like to say God will. Good morning, God will. Good morning, God will. Good morning, God will. God will. Yeah, Swat is going to have an exam tomorrow. So he was the first person on, and he seems to be a brilliant person. He's all the way from India, right? It's my German exam. Wow. And BTW. Wow, that's supposed to be challenging. And you're in India. Okay. And do your best. I believe you will do your best and you'll get your reward. Bye. God will never leave us. Yes, I'm doing fine this morning and I'm hoping you're the same. And I wake up feeling very good, although I was trying to say earlier that the night, the later part of the night, which we say is before day or earlier it was very, very cold. Yes. Swat, remember, God's will never leave us says, God will never fail us. I kept never saying never leave. God will never fail us. He's saying that you have to keep focus and you're going to do great. Can you imagine he has an exam and tomorrow he's in India and he's going to do a German exam and another BT double exam. And he took the time out to stop by. And it was his first time. I wish he could have stayed a little longer. But I understand. These are cases that I am not upset about because it seems he seems to be a positive person, even though people will say things, but you know, let it be. Yes, God will never fail us. So as I was saying to JB as well, the bed, when I went to bed, it was feeling nice. You know, when your bed feels nice and you're ready to have your nice rest. And I dozed off a little. But when I turn around, God will never fail us. Can you imagine? The place felt like somebody had thrown some ice water in the bed. So I suddenly jerk and I look and say, I start to feel, feel the pillow everywhere. It was icy cold. Then I looked up to the windows. I said, then I realized I was not fully awake. I said, but it's not winter. I barely could scream drop. But this shit rocked me up because I was just in an ordinary bed cover, no thing to keep me very warm. And she want to see me going to pull out the thing and wrap up. I tell you, that's when I realized that my entire body. You see, if I got up this morning and pray, I said, Lord, I was not prepared for this. I was not prepared because I wasn't following the weather report. It's when I woke up this morning, I realized they had given out a warning that it would be very cold between certain time. But every time I remember, I say being prepared is good. But anything can happen to you when you are not prepared. And I keep focused and say, Lord Jesus, what if I was out there now, traveling, not having anything to put on, and this coldness come, and I didn't have any money to go and buy anything? I would have to find a way. It could be in the night. I'd have to be, you know. It was a lesson to me. JB said, that is how it was with me. Yes, it was very, very. I mean, and somebody had told me some time ago that it's not all the time when it snows, it's very cold. And I believe. Because it was so icy, icy. I mean, I checked about, it's just the 9th, the 8th, going into the 9th of September. I was expecting this. But be prepared. Next time, I'll have to have my warm things right beside me. So when I feel anything, I just, But like some people, they say they have their blanket right beside them. So they just roll over and everybody become one. Right? Hi, Asa. How are you doing? How are you doing? Hi. How are you? Happy to see you. Happy to see you. Where are you watching me from, Asa? I don't want to guess. So if I guess and you tell me yes, I'm not going to be sure. But tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're watching me from. I said, JB, I said, what a night, Coleman. And even this morning, and the weather thing had said that some frosting. You may experience, oh, you're from there. Okay, I see, SL. Okay. That some frosting. So can you imagine? So it tells me now that what? I have to be more prepared for the winter because it may be very sticky. I'm happy to have you, Asal. I hope you subscribe and remain with us and share in our conversation. We're having an open conversation this morning. What are you what will you be doing for the day? How do you plan to spend your day? How do you plan to spend your day? Anything specific? Or are you going to have a normal day? Are you going to be having a normal day? Are you going to work? Are you going to classes? Are you going to school? What will you be doing? Because don't tell me you don't have anything to do. Supram, happy to see you, Sup. I said, Supram, how are you? How is the leg? How is it this morning? Wagwan. I love when I see my Jamaica flag, I love my Jamaica flag. I'm sorry, I love everybody's flag, but I love mine more. How are you doing? How is the leg treating you? Is it feeling any better? Remember, I say you have to be less up, keeping. Well, you don't want to really stay in one position, but don't harass that leg because if it is not set properly, you're going to walk a little funny, and the doctor may have to pull it apart again. And I heard that can be very, very painful. So it is not yet fixed. Is it in cast? Has the doctor put it in a cast as yet? Because you have to have it in a cast for it to. God will never fail us, says guys. Make sure you like the live. Yes, we appreciate it. Yes, guys. Thank you so much. God will never fail us. Those who are on, remember to like up the live as you come in. Thank you. Yeah. So is it not yet? I remember I spoke to you. Was it last night or yes. Or yesterday? I don't remember. I spoke to you not so very long ago though. But it was last night. You have to be careful because there's this thing that can develop. I'm told I could be wrong. Is it gangrene? I don't remember. I don't remember something, and you would not want that. Yes, don't harass it too much in the cast. Make sure you have something to help you to move around. And if you have a wheelchair, it will be better because we are humans, and you may forget and try to walk, and the weight go too much on it. Because when we need our legs, it's when we cannot use them. Do you remember this saying? You never know the use of a tail. A cow. A cow never knows the use of its tail until it's gone. So you have to try and make sure you don't move around too much. And try as much as possible not to put any weight on it. Because any shifting, problem. It's a big problem. So if it means that you're going to have to sit up, lay down, and if you have a wheelchair now, it probably could help you to move about a little better. Because walking under your arm or with a cane, to me, it may work, but it may cause more problem because you may forget and you leave it at a point. You try to tippy to go towards it. But when you're in the chair, the wheelchair, it's a more better one and it would have been easier for you to go around in it. Mm-hmm. So you could sit and easy push around. So I'm hoping that you will feel much better, much better. I'm here doing a live and we're trying to share in our morning's conversation. Do you have anything that you'd want to share with us? Anything in particular? Anything that you want us to share and talk about? I remember you had said that you said you broke like a dog, right? But I'm imagining that you would have had you have your two hands there, and I believe that they are in good order. So I'm the one to sound anyway funny, but I'm just saying that is there anything that you think that you could do with your hands as your leg is getting healed? Let me check it. Sometimes this thing doesn't move. So I see it doesn't move, Sometimes it doesn't move. You have to help it. Okay. Okay, you're sitting now. Your leg is not well. And I'm just saying that if your hands are okay, is there anything you think of doing with your hands, that could have helped you to earn a living during the time while you're waiting on the leg to heal? Now, if probably you were into social media, whether it be YouTube or wherever, then you could have used those time. You see why sometimes when we make a decision, sometimes we make it and not even knowing how much it will be helpful. Because I'm thinking now that if you had a channel and you were monetized, or if you weren't monetized, you'll try, you'll be there not having enough time to work on it. So it could be monetized. And if it was monetized, you could be there now with that time doing some things on your phone or your tablet or so. You know what I mean? And you'll be getting an income, though it may not be the amount that you're probably getting from your job. It would have kept your mind alert and you wouldn't be so, you know, kind of down and out. So sometimes when I look at some of the things that we do, we choose to do it at a time when we don't know what the future holds. Hi, Lucy. How are you? Driving with Spice. Good morning and welcome to the live. Welcome, Driving with Spice. Every time I see Spice, the name, I smile. You're getting in. Oprah, no problem. Enjoy it. Because I imagine it may be very hot there, right? So just take your time and cool out. Okay. Oh, you're so bossy, ma'am. You're the second person I heard talking that. I was on a live yesterday and heard a person say that they were in the shower and they are listening and they were saying, describing how the place where they put it in the in the shower, in a case and all of that. And I said to myself, imagine if when a person is having their shower, they can have it in the shower, and where it is, where they're stressed, so they can hear. But for me, I'm not going to boast. I don't have one like yours. God will never fail us laughing at me. Yeah, I take mine to the bathroom and I put it on the counter. So I will listen, you know, which is so, so nice. And when I see people tell me, when I heard that lady said it, and then I said, whoa, that's so interesting. I know I see somebody, and I do it, and I think it sounds funny, but it is real. It means that you don't want to be out of anything, whatever it is. You may not be able to actually type, but at least you're hearing, and you can have the point in your brain. So when you're out of the shower now, you remember to do what you want to do, which is very smart, very, very smart. You're a smart lady. Drive with spice. You are smart, right? God will never fail us, and JB, she's smart, right? Okay, and I think a lot of us will develop that smartness. Yeah. Yes, so I'm saying, guys, if you support my thought on it, you can also say something. Sometimes, where I'm living here, this apartment building, the only thing you see with some soil, maybe a bucket, should I say a bucket? Oh, with some bit of flour in it, maybe on the floor or a hanging one. I've not, to be honest, since I've been here, I have not touched any form of soil. And I'm somebody who like to go out. I like to plant. I like to mingle. When I'm weeding, sometimes I put on a gloves back home. Sometimes I don't remember. It's when I see the thing to weed, I bend down and start weeding. But if I plan to do some weeding, then I put on a glove because, weeding without your gloves, when you're finished, whoa, your fingers and your hands, you're pulling out everything. And some people weed differently. They use the hoe and pluck up. But I bend down and use my hands. So I'm just saying that to say that sometimes we say we have a channel, and God help us to have the channel. We don't know what or how that channel can become. I'm not trying to brag or anything, how it can become so useful. Or if you may have some other way of earning, can probably do some online selling or something like that. It can become so useful when you're not able to actually go out physically. Because some people, if they are unable to come to the work, go to the work site, they may be out of a job for that period of time until they are fit to be back. And that can take a few weeks. Whereas you're at home in your own space, like during COVID, in your own space, you may not get the amount that you want, but you can actually get something in your hand. Because remember, the bills are there to be paid. And when the bills are piling up and nothing is coming in, you're going to be frustrated. It is not nice when bills are looking at you like that and you have nothing to throw back. It's not nice. So I encourage you not to be too down, but just just try to see how best. But don't harass the leg too much. Don't harass it too much. Now is the time when you maybe your body needed some rest. So maybe now is the time you're going to put up your leg and sleep. And I remember when I was a child, I saw another child leg. Well, things have changed, you know. The little boy's leg was broken. And you know how they had it up? They had it raised up like this. Until, like something hold it up though. And when the legs, it hurts, he cries, he cries. And I said, boy. But no, I've not seen it. I don't know if they still ice up the legs. I don't know how it was broken, but you see, the child was in pain. So I always say, boy, when it comes to your feet and your hands, boy. Or if your backbone, where you have to be laying down and somebody have to raise you up for you to sit up. Some things can be really, really heart-rending. And it allows some people to give up. But don't give up, friend. Hang in there. God will help you fight the battle so that you can be back out to work soon. Take care of the leg and pray. And don't let your brain run off with all sort of ideas. And then when the leg is better, your brain is gone. Cannot come back. Do you know what I mean? So I have to encourage you. Just keep focused and be strong. And don't harass it. And then maybe the vehicle is all mashed up. All of those things are going through your brain. But give God thanks that your life was spared, which is so, so important. So, so important. So cheer up. Right? Cheer up, my friend. The journey maybe not even started. Because some of us have some very troubling times, When you hear of another person, sometimes you think of your problem. When you hear somebody else's own, you smile and say, wait, I thought it was me alone. There goes somebody else worse than I. Right, so be cheerful, right? Yes, God will never fail us. Okay, Lucy. Lucy never speaks. I don't know. Lucy is always silent. And driving Miss Spice says she's taking a shower. Can you imagine? She's having a shower. And JB, what are you doing? It's a beautiful day. The night was cold. I'm still thankful that we survived it. We don't know what is going to be in store for us in another few months. We just have to be grateful. Grateful for everything. Yeah. So JB, how has it been? How was it for you when you realize what it felt like when you got up this morning? How it was feeling maybe so nice to you. How did you react to it? Were you laughing like me laughing at myself? Or were you so prepared that you even laugh and say, good, it was a nice weather in the night there? What were you thinking? God will never fail us. How was your weather at your end? How was the weather at your end? Was it that hot? Was it cool? Because I know some person told me that back home it was so hot they could hardly sleep. Or a person said they had a lot of rain. So you see, it's different everywhere. Yes, people. That's it. It's not too bad. It's cool. I'm here. Okay, okay, okay. I thought you were in Jamaica. That's why I said someone saying it was so hot. I remember some person told me last night. Sorry, and this morning that it was so hot, and one person they had a lot of rain. I know some parishes, whether it is hot or not, they always have rain. I know Portland in eastern Jamaica always have rain. I think it's must be the rainiest parish, but I like that parish, you know. And maybe because of the rain that they normally have, there's a lot of greenery. Even in other places having drought, they're having rain and heavy rain, and they're always green. Things are always looking green. Fruit trees, everything. Because I watch a few of them there, and it really makes me smile. The crops are always looking well. But I heard that on one side they get rain, and on the other side, I think it's the side to what? Blue Mountain or something like that. It is dry. They don't get so much rain. So I didn't know you were in New York. I thought you were in Jamaica. I didn't remember to check. So, is there anything you'd like to share with us different this morning? God will never fail us. Is there anything you'd like to share with us in particular that you'd want us to elaborate on? You want us to share? Because we're always open, you know, we are a democratic set of people. We don't want to always put things at people. We like to share. We like to approach everything with an openness. Seems as if she's not here. Well, not getting a response. Mm-mm. New York is not bad at all. Down in the city. City must be warmer. Upstate and upstate seem to be always more cooler than down there. I don't know. If because we're closer to the north. Always colder. And even I see in the winter, when down into this New York City, it's in the 70s. We are always up in the 8. I mean, we are so in that section that is so cold. The city is warmer, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna find a Bible passage to read. I'm looking at I'm looking at Psalms. Okay, you were writing. I just want to say, no matter what we are going through, remember that you are not alone, and don't give continuous to pray. Trust in God, cause He will make a way. Yes, it's so true. No matter what we're going through, we have to We have to trust God because whatever it is that we are going through, He will make a way. You're right. And we are never alone. And that's why I kept saying, with your name, I kept saying, God will never leave us. God will never fail us. He's always there. We are the ones who are moving away. And the devil lead us away and we don't even realize we are moving away. And the things that attracts us to him, to the devil, and we are drawn to it. When we realize that we are gone so far and we look back in our situation, we have to call on the Lord because it makes no sense to go and call on the devil to help you. He's going to pull even deeper, right? And whatever the situation is, God always make a way. And sometimes make the way so clear that we are there, not even realizing the way is clear before us. He makes a way. He always make a way, as the song says, somehow. No matter how it's difficult, it's hard, you can't figure it out, but He always make a way. So it means that we are not to give up. As your name says, God will never fail us. Never. We're the ones who are failing Him. Because when we are supposed to do what we are to do, we know and we put it aside and forget about Him. And if He was to treat us as our sin deserves, when we call on Him when we are in our troubles and doesn't hear us and leave us to suffer, maybe, but He knows that we are no match for the devil. And if He should turn His back on us, we are doomed. Doomed. But because of His unconditional love that He has, He's always there listening, waiting on us. Always there. He's always there. Thank you for your point. God will never fail us. And I was about to read from my tablet, I'm going to read Psalms 39 as an encouragement to some prank who may be unhappy based on how he had sounded. And when somebody tells you they look like a dog, and to be away from home, whatever the situation is, and have health condition, now he has a broken leg, if he's supposed to be running or walking, he can't do it by himself, you know? So for encouragement, I'm going to read this passage of scripture from Psalms 39. I said, I will take heed to my ways, that I sin not with my tongue. I will keep my tongue with a bridle while the wicked is before me. I was dumb with silence. I held my peace, even from good, and my sorrow was stirred. My heart was hot within me, while I was missing the fire burned. Then spake I with my tongue, Lord, make me to know mine end, and the measure of my days, what it is, that I may know how frail I am. Behold, thou hast made my days as an handbreadth, and my age is as nothing before thee. Verily, every man at his best state is altogether vanity. Surely every man walketh in a vain show. Surely they are disquieted in vain. He heapeth up riches, and knoweth not who shall gather them. And now, Lord, what wait I for? My hope is in thee. Deliver me from all my transgressions. Make me not the reproach of the foolish. I was dumb, I opened not my mouth, because thou didst it. Remove thy stroke away from me. I am consumed by the blow of thine hand. When thou with rebukes dost correct man for iniquity, thou makest his beauty to consume away like a moth. Surely every man is vanity. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and give ear unto my cry. Hold not thy peace at my tears, for I am a stranger with thee, and a sojourner as all my fathers were. O spare me that I may recover strength before I go hence and be no more. Let me read the last verse again. O spare me that I may recover strength before I go hence and be no more. So we have to ask the Lord to take control of everything about us because we can't manage on our own. We have to call on Him, right? Call on Him and ask Him to help us because we are weak, we are frail, we can manage. We can manage. And the slightest of anything will become ill, we have to call on Him. No matter how a person is big and bad and brave and bold, when they are ill, when they are in their good health, they say anything. They swear, they do all manner of things. When they become, the health now is failing, they have to call on Him. So all the parties, all the shows, all the different things that they'll go to and have fun, when they become ill health start to set in, they become, they start to be by themselves. They start to reflect. Some mentally get mentally deranged because when they look back and see how much, and if the very friends, that is why the prodigal son had to go back home. But if the very friends that they had during the times of when everything was great and good, turn their backs on them, and they're left with only one alternative, and that is to look to the Father. Right? And then when you realize how much you were wasting the time, as the song said, wasted years, oh foolish, how long you were wasting. But at that time you didn't see it as wasting, it was seen as enjoying. So now that you are into the fold, into God's bosom, into His arms, you are going to be so much enjoying and seeking forgiveness. Like I said, the prodigal, I know that's thing so outstanding in many, many situations. So let's not give up whatever problems we are going through. Just ask the Lord to keep us. And we know we sin in thought, word, and deed. Nobody is perfect. Jesus did not come for a perfect world. If we were all perfect, He would not have to come. God never said, I read a devotional every day, and today, Scripture say, don't let your heart be troubled. Trust in God and trust also in me. John 14 verse. That's one of my most favorite. I go to prepare a place for you. I love it. hmm You know, so sometimes, just like Jonah too, who was trying to run away from God's instruction, God knows what He can do to bring us back. He knows the future, but we of ourselves don't know. We don't even know what is below our nostrils, right? So sometimes things do happen to allow us to see that He is God. So we have to call on Him. And we call on Him and seek forgiveness. And He will guide us through. Because remember, we are nothing, guys. We are nothing. As the Bible says, we are like the grass. And you can, when that is so reflecting is when you get your yard cut and, you look at the grass and say, oh, it's looking so beautiful now, so nice. And then it starts to go dying off, fading away, no more. But with God's help, all things is possible. Just lean on the everlasting arms and trust Him more, and He will make your days better. But we have to give God the praise. So many times God delivers us from our different situations, and we become like the 10 lepers. Only the one that came back, the other 9 went away and didn't return. Ungrateful, So all I can say is have God always. You wake up in the morning, petition the throne of grace. So you don't know what the day holds. And sometimes we do things just to do, but it's not coming from the heart. We're just showing. God sees and He knows too. And we're not to judge. So we leave those persons to do. But God is God. And only Him alone could be God. Because if every man was a God in himself, can you imagine what the world had been like? Good morning, Sister Tetla. My mind was on you, but I was just saying that to myself. Maybe that you're tied up. So tied up. Like Lazarus was tied up. So you couldn't move. We are looking this morning. I didn't put out a specific topic because sometimes I want to gather from, so we can have a feel. Sometimes when I put out a specific topic, I sometimes feel a little selfish because maybe somebody, a person will come on and would not want to hear that just now. They would want to hear something else more comforting. Well, not that you're trying to have everything smooth in going, but sometimes persons are going through some stressing. Let me say stressing or stresses, and they don't come to want to hear certain things. JB say, Auntie, I can only listen. I can't type. I'm on the road. Thank you so much, JB. I appreciate you very much. Yes, I was wondering if you had fallen asleep. I was wondering if you had fallen asleep. But you're on the road, so be careful. Don't drive and try to do any texting or try to listen, yes, but be careful because see, um, Sopram had a accident and his vehicle was bad, severely damaged. He said, and he has a broken leg, and he says broke like a dog. So when a person say that, it means that they are down and out. Yes, they say to the Tesla blessed morning, my empress. That's nice. I'm enjoying this morning. It's a pity too much. I mean, when I say enjoying, I like I don't really like big crowd, people. I'm not a person with a lot of friends. So I'm not used to big crowd. Sometimes I see big crowd, I become nervous. I want to run and hide. I'm not somebody with like a big crowd. I like small, you know. And I like this morning. And believe me, if I didn't have to go tomorrow this time, yes, tomorrow this time, hopefully, I'll be at work. So I know I can't be doing any live until I get home at 3 o'clock. When I leave at 3, so I get home about 3:34. I'm somehow I like the day live. The day because I think the night one, the night is for you to rest. Sometimes the energy won't down in the evening late and you become relaxed. You know what I mean? But that's why I realize since July, coming into August, July really, I can't stick at any one particular time. Persons always kept saying, why not use one time? I mean, use a time and stick to the time. It can't be. Because when I see sometimes I wake up and I'm in Africa, I'm in India, Korea, Germany, all over the place. Because what? We can't just sit to expect to get subscribers. We have to go out. And sometimes when I see persons from other countries come on, I say to myself, we are having morning this time of the day and they are having night. I'm having sometimes, in the time zone. So it calls for getting up out of your slumber because sometimes the sleep is, and then after you get used to it a couple of times, it becomes nothing. But sometimes you're not in the mood to really be a part of the life, but at least you can be there and in the garden and you can also get some subscribers. Mhm. Because you can imagine you wake up 2 o'clock in the morning after you went to bed like after 11. So whatever they are having a discussion, your brain going to be kind of hazy because you really want to get a little more rest to get up to start your next day. But you have to give some support. Sometimes it chip in, and you know, but sometimes I stay in the garden and get this. When you're passing. So when I was younger, and coming from school, there were some people's fence. When you reach there, you cannot pass. They always have some nice flowers that hang over the road. So going to school, we know which yard we are going to stop. Sometimes we ask. We normally ask. And if you ask, then they will give you quickly. And if you're going to church and persons ask, you're going to say, oh, Miss Brown, I want to take some flowers to church on Sabbath. You cannot carry it Sabbath man, so you go get it from Friday. And you get it and take it to the church. If you're going to school, no matter what, you're late, especially, you're going to beg somebody at their house, can I get a flowers to take to school for teacher? I'm late. You're going to get a nice handful of flowers. So when the teacher may probably give you 2 slaps for being late, she smiled. So you see, so we have to think and use our brain. Teacher smile because but if you keep on doing it, she's going to take the flowers, the bouquet of whatever you give her, and she will still touch you up. But sometimes a teacher table was always pretty because there's always children taking flowers. Who are you taking those flowers to? People ask them on the road, ask them, who are you taking those flowers to? They are for my teacher. And you say it with pride. They are for my teacher. It doesn't have to be Teacher's Day, 'cause we didn't know about Teacher's Day. We'll just take it. And now when I look and see things, not here, back home I'm talking, then nothing will carry flowers to school to nobody. They more it has changed. But that is when I look back, I say I enjoy my school years. I enjoy my primary school years, or you call it elementary now. I enjoy my going to basic school just the same. High school, call it everything. I enjoy it all. But I can tell you, we had some good teachers back in my day. And sometimes the other day I said to myself, these teachers that I had loved so much, they were adults when we were children. Adults, like they looked like we're in their 30s, not in their 20s. Teachers were always big, mature people. You never have any little teacher, slim and tiny looking like no discrimination. But they were always, like in those days too, policemen. Back in the day, they were always tall and thick. They were not like no, it's some little people. Tall, but there was some people with height and look like they're strong, And it was you look back and say, but it was only yesterday and I remember all my teacher's name because you must remember your teacher name, especially at primary school. You always remember and the things that they would do, Yes, and that is why I think I don't know why you see so many. I don't see so much. I don't want to say strong looking right across the profession, whether it be nurse, police, teacher, soldier. You don't see them strong, big, body, mature looking people. You see, even when the men were teachers in school, they were not little boys. They're not looking like how they look now. Is it that everybody is shrinking down like? When I was at college, people, we look like we were going to high school. People look like they're young, like they're not ready to a classroom yet. You understand me? So I wonder, but I tell you, when a police officer, a soldier, or a principal, those persons, or a matron in a hospital, or the nurses, they were always tall and big. Joanna Road Trip, how are you doing? How are you? How are you doing, Joanna? So I'm wondering now, over, just reflecting, because my teachers, they were tall, hefty, strong. I don't know if the food that we are eating now is as a result of us not looking so strong. Well, I don't want to say strong looking, so big, so much of that strength, And they at that time, what they were eating then is that what we're eating now, they're not exposed to that. But they were always people from the food, the ground provision. That's what I want to say. They're from, the yam, banana, all those things. And they never have much of, say, fertilized food or so. So they plant their own things. So they would buy very few. So you never have a lot of shops. One community may have one little shop. You never have a lot of shops. And maybe in the town you'd have maybe one big, say, supermarket, but it was like a big shop. Or so you don't really go serve yourself. You say what you want, they take it off the shelf and give it to you. I mean, they serve you and the things pack up before you. But no, you don't really have that much. You have those small corner shops like that, but you have more of those where you can push your trolley, take down what you want from the shelf, and go to the cashier. But I'm just reflecting as talking to you. The teachers and the children, they couldn't give any big trouble at school, It's like they were so respectful. The teacher is going outside with you, everybody walking a line, and the children are together, not out of fear, but very well mannered. and teacher is speaking, teacher never have a microphone when they are doing devotion. They just talk. And everybody standing in their different class line listening with respect. And they were not children who fight. People were not fighting. If anybody get angry and fight, the very children hold the two of you and whoever involved and carry it up to and teacher, you know what you're going to get. So you will not have some things that I see happen now. It is big, big difference. It's big difference. But I don't know. So when I look back on my school years, especially I love primary school, and all my teachers, they have retired long ago, you know, and I think most of them have passed away. They are very, very old. Quite a few of them are gone. But I'm just looking to say that, when you see a teacher, especially, or a nurse, a police officer, with in or out of their uniform, you can identify something. And they were not loud, well decent and well mannered. Their children were outstanding. Even a pastor, a fireman, whatever. But things have changed. And I would love to see, could things go back the way it was? Do you think so? It's a different generation with different thoughts. We are moving on into a new age. I don't see us go, going back. And what we have now, they didn't even have the quarter of what we are enjoying now. We all have our own space. Here we are in our own space and enjoying our own space. Whereas they didn't have that. They were living so far apart from each other, and there was so much vegetation between them and animals that for them to call another neighbor, they have to call in a sort of whooping way. You know, when I say whooping, whooping way. But it's all about changes, progression. Yes, Joanna. Joanna, where will you be going on the trip today? Where are you taking us? Where are you going? As Tedler says, yes, I notice young doctors, some doctors look like they're just in fifth form in high school when you see them. And then sometimes you have to develop it. I'm not talking here too fully. You have to develop the courage to want to tell them what is your health issue that you are there about, because they are young looking. And if you didn't see the stethoscope and certain things, to tell you that they're a medical doctor or so, specialist, you would not know, or a manager in a company. So we can't look at the size anymore. The size is behind us. We have to look ahead. That's where the goal is, ahead, because the size will fool you. We can't pay attention to size anymore. Yes, Joanna. Joanna, you had a big celebration. Oh, I heard an alarm and I know I didn't have anything on. Yeah, I saw you enjoying your alumni, your gala. I said alumni. You're enjoying it, man. It seemed as if it was very wonderful. Then this thing go off. I don't think that goes off. All right, Joanna, how was it? Especially up by. Yes, can you imagine? The statue is so small that you sort of push your back. You have to brace yourself. I can imagine. You have to brace yourself. And I think that's why too, in some of the institutions, you have some of these persons, students wise, who they don't want to respect them because the stature of them is so small. They don't listen to them. What has there was this song that says it's not the size, but it's the effect. It's the effect that they can give. So Tetla, how have you been all morning? How has it been going for you? I think I like this time of the day. I have some. I'm watching the time. I'm watching the time still. I'm not going to want to have anybody here for them to get weary and say, "Oh, for me it's 12:42, but it's 11:42," and say, "Oh, she's boring." I try to be open today so that persons can put in. Do you have anything special that you want to share with us, Tetla? Do you like it? Okay, you like it. Yes, it's a breather, and I know that whatever time anybody choose will not be fully convenient because everybody have their different schedule, and it's not easy to fit in. I think so too. I wish I was in a situation where I could be on live by 11:30 every day. It's I somehow it gives a different feeling. And you know what is there for me to try it, the between midnight and say 4 o'clock. I don't know. For me, I'm thinking of trying it, and I'm going to try it one night this weekend. But I have to do it like on a Saturday night. It has to be on a Saturday night because in the week I'm going to be flagged. I'm going to be, But I just because of how I tried last week, the night when I came on after 10, I finished after 12. It's like, but you see, again, I can't take advantage of it because persons may not be able to, but there may be persons who I would not be able to get everybody at any one time. Mm-mm. But there may be persons who are there who only have that time. They're awake at that time. Or there may be persons who are not able to sleep because they could be at work. Different situation. Or a person just in bed tossing and turning and wish they had somebody to listen to or to share with. So it gives me a nice feeling, honestly. And how the night was so cold. So, so cold. Cold, cold, cold. It gives me an energized feeling. Yes, the different timing. When I see it in come, I say, "Whoa, she's busy. People, she's on the job." Because, it's not every time. But it feels kind of nice. And as I say, I'm going to try the other one. I tried silent live between midnight um and I think 3 o'clock. Well, it's getting cold, but last night surprised me, Tetla, because I went to bed just like what I do, like back out there. It was still kind of warm, but I realized temperature changing gradually. But that night was normal. And I said when I woke up in the night and turned, I jumped. I think somebody threw some ice water on the pillow or anywhere on the bed. I was so cold. And I feel my hands. I said, what is this? And I said, but what month are we in? Then I realized I was awake now. I said, but it's not December, January. Then I say, oh, and I ran. I tried to rush, wrap up same way, try to rush to go get the comforter to warm myself good. I said, but Lord, I said, seeing as I was not prepared. When I covered up myself, I warm up good. I smiled and I said, but Lord jeez. And you see this morning, I kept laughing. I said to myself, I wasn't prepared. And look what met me by the way. What if I was out in the night traveling or coming from somewhere and not having anything warm to put on? Can you imagine? Or I'll be shaking, shaking. But God is good. It's good. The fall is nice. The sky is very clear. Fall is nice, but wow, it has been very stinging since late August. Honestly, for more than 2 weeks or 3 weeks now, we've been feeling some coolness on and on. But the coolness normally comes in the night. But I didn't realize the weather report was that during such time, last night to this morning, you'll be experiencing something. I didn't realize. So it caught me off guard. But me have to be prepared, man. But it gives a nice feeling because you don't feel the heat. The heat is not, because sometimes whoa, the heat is on and I can't sleep with the AC in our heater. Well, the heater is not so bad. You can run it for a while and turn it off. Yeah, me no know you can't turn coat, so me no go and say yes, so me no know what you turn coat mean, but I had to wrap up with me comforter. Like maybe you have your life blanket or so. Me no have no life blanket, so me have to catch me comforter and wrap up myself and keep warm and be satisfied. You understand me? But it is good. It is nice. Even going out this morning, later on today, I will have to wear a little light. A little light sweater. And sometimes you go out and your body wants little coolness. But it's coming down to the tie, it's coming down to the wire. Get in there, get in there. Okay. If you go like no, you don't have to put on anything special. You just need something warm, like maybe a little light sweater or a little over blouse that is reasonable, can give your body warmth. You can normally wear under something like little spaghetti strap, something to keep it. You have to keep your body at a certain temperature. You don't want to expose yourself too much and then catch cold because I must tell you, say, me give God thanks. Me not know somebody will catch cold. Like, I mean, all the way. Me not, So, I don't want me to keep my body temperature normal. So before me go out there and me walk up and down and say, it is so and so, and then I me expose myself and get fever and cold. No, sir. I think the worst thing for one to have is to have a cold during the winter, this time of the year. So you just keep your body warm. But the sun is shining and pretty, but it is so strange. The sun can be cold, but it's not that the sun is cold. It's the between the earth and the rays and what is taking place. So it gives you a cold feeling. So you find, you just wear reasonable thing, but you're not going to put on it. Well, it depends on how cold some places are. You may have to put on an overcoat. But I'll put on a thick sweater if it continues. But the coolness makes you feel, when you look at it, the coolness makes you feel better. After you get accustomed to the coolness, it's like you're in a box. That's what they call it, fridge box. It's like you're in a place with AC and you're in there working, so your body just get accustomed to it. So you feel normal. hmm But when you just start to be in it, you sneeze and your throat, like you'll catch a cold because you're not used to it. I don't really like AC neither. But when I'm back home and I don't have one back home and I go into a store and I can walk in and I go into a store to cool off. You really feel cool off. You realize your body feel like it would want to shiver. And when you go back out in the sun again, it kind of give a little feeling, the back and forth. hmm So if I'm at a place and they have the AC, you can turn it on. But when I'm ready to sleep, I don't want to know that the place is so cold. Can you imagine? And when you look outside, down in the winter months, you see all the snow pack the place. You have to keep the place locked, your windows, because you don't want any heat to seep out. You understand me? Because when you're inside the house, you dress normal. Just warm things. So that's why you hear them say they wear clothes according to season. Because the summer things, you have to put them away the winter one. The winter ones are thicker. See where those. And the summer, you wouldn't wear the winter things because it's summer is hot. So this is why you see that some of them, when they come to back home, they come out there, they find that they hardly want to wear any clothes. They want the sun to go into all parts of their body because they're accustomed to the coldness. Yeah. Yeah, 51. Yes, my dear friend. So how is the heat there now? The heat start pushing off so early in in the day. How is the heat there? How was the night? Was the night cool? Turncoat. Whoa. Teta, forgot tell me what she mean by turncoat, you know, if I have my turncoat. Because I'm not going to answer to know yes turncoat and I don't know what she mean and I don't know what turncoat is. Come Teta, you forgot tell me what you mean by you saying if I have my own turncoat. Because that look like me I borrow somebody's turncoat. Right? Yeah man, I know it will be the cloudiness. There are no storms that are so out. Have you heard about any storms out that they are looking at? Any bad weather? But of a fact, you know, hurricane don't really come up at this time, you know, occasionally. So if we are having a lot of rain to cool down the time. Okay, not yet. Okay, if we are having a lot of rain to cool down the time. I don't want a hurricane coming. When you hear me asking, it's not that I want it to come. But if we are having a lot of rain to cool down the heat, we won't have any hurricane. We won't have any. No man, because we don't want no hurricane. That's serious thing, you know. You know. So that's how it is. That's how I go, my friend. So you're out to have a very busy day today, Tex. When I'm done with the live, I'm going to cook lunch today. Can you imagine if I fix up some cooked food and I have some other things to do? Yeah, man. It at the end of it all, it was beautiful. The night was beautiful. It was beautiful. So 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 what you say about the timing, Tetla? You think the oh yeah, the lunch break later? Oh, because let's see the time that I have. Oh, it's 5 to 12 for you out there. 5 to 1 for me. Okay, lunch break later. So when the lunch break starts, you will have to run. You have to, I mean, not run, but you'll have to be there, right? Okay, okay. I wanted to go to hour and a half, but I said I will just do as far as I can go. And if I'm able to do uh, um sorry, it is so difficult at times to just do it one time for the day because you know look, the people not to get now, you may not get them later, and they know they need to as if I abandon people. Because I remember, okay, remember the days when we were alone and people come in at different times from different time zone. Now when I realize I have to do the same thing because they soon pull away to say that they're not seeing me showing up. And if I don't show up, you know, people are way of pulling back, and then you're left empty-handed. I have to go on and show up my face and try get support just the same. But somehow, if I was going to be home in the days, I would have chosen this time of the day as one part of it. And I think down in the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock would have been a good time. And I somehow think after 10, 11 is a good time over into even 2 o'clock. The Prophet, blessings to you, the Prophet. How are you? How have you been profiting? Have you been profiting well? Have you been profiting well? Thanks for the blessings. And blessings to you too, the Prophet. Wonder what the Prophet has to share with us this morning. I think the Prophet has something to share. No? You didn't pick it up, man. The Prophet is always profiting, you know. No, the Prophet said, no, prophets here is just, you realize what I wanted to say though. You're always making profits. How come you don't want to share a profit? That's a suggestive name, you know. Profit, right? I know you tell me that it's just a name. I know it's a name, but who knows? It can be a name that can bring a lot of profit. May the light shine upon you until all day. Okay, that's good. And you're going to tell me, say it's just a name. I see something. No, when I say profit, you know, profit can mean anything. It can mean money, something. It can be good or bad. But I was not thinking of anything negative. That I was thinking of something good, beneficial. You know, and not thinking of anything that a person have that they're not supposed to have. So now you put it out here. May the light shine upon you until all day. Thank you so much. Don't you think I appreciate that? Of course I do. That's good. God bless. So you run gone already? You can't have a name like that, I run gone. How come? You cannot do that, the Prophet. The Prophet, you cannot do me that. After you give me blessings and encouraging words with a name as powerful as what you put out. And you're going to run away? No, man. You have to stay a little longer and share some of the blessings with the others in the chat. Right? There must be something you don't want to share with us in the chat. There must be something. Because I look at your name and there you go giving me those good words, encouraging words. And you want to run away, man? Thumbs up the live and share some stuff, man. Come on, man. Thumbs up and share some. I know you have a lot of stuff there that you can share. I look at your name and see you put out something and I feel so pleased. So, what else can you share with us, the Prophet? Hmm? What else can you share with us? You have shared something good, but I know you can share a little more. So I'm not trying to ring you, I'm just trying to get you to share a little more. The Prophet name sounds very, very, very encouraging. And that's why I'm pushing him. I want him to say a little more, because I believe he can say a little more. But there could be persons who their hearts could be so blessed and thrilled by the words that he will share. Oh, someone says, Quinto, hello, I am an internet user. Okay. What do you want to share with us now, Quinto? Hope you are going to share something profitable. What do you think? What do you, when you say you're an internet user, what do you mean by that? Because we all are using the internet. Greetings to everyone. What do you mean when you say you're an internet user? Because we are all using the internet to get through to each other. So maybe you want to tell us a little more. Right, Quincho? Am I saying your name? Quincho. Is it Quincho or Quincho? So like a Spanish name. What What do you mean by that name? That you're an internet user? If you hadn't said it, we wouldn't have known to ask it. But because you said it now, that's why we are asking you. I look at the name, that's why I said it. You're right, I speak Spanish. So where are you from? Where are you from, Quincho? Quincho, where are you watching me from? It's a beautiful day, and I hope you're having a beautiful day as well. I'm an internet user. I am just text on a screen that will be forgotten later. I don't understand. The text you put on a screen will be forgotten later. So why would you put something on a screen? So you text somebody now, and then later on the text would not be there, disappear. Is that what you're saying? So why would you want your text disappear? Or is it the text on your own screen that you're writing on and it will disappear? Is that what you're trying to say? You see, we all need to learn, because if you have a smart way of doing something, then you share your learning. And guys, might I remind you, I do have some videos out, so you can check my channel too and look at the videos and like them up, man. I think you will like them. I try to reach out to as many persons with my videos so they don't say that they feel left out. I try to make them wide across all the different age groups. So, and you can subscribe and like the channel, you know. Quincho, I'm still looking. Maybe you're writing and I'm rushing. I'm no. Take your time to write and you can come in with what you have to say. Quincho. Quincho. Quincho sound like cinco. All right. While he's putting his thoughts together, we can still move on, right? As it's not possible for some to be here, they are on the road driving, doing other things. And guys, we know you have your business to take care of. You can't sit and just moving from platform to platform, because at the end of the day, you have your bills to pay and you have things to do. I appreciate you being here with me anyway. Don't think I don't. I really do. And today, as a mark of difference, I feel so nice. Believe you me, I feel that I would always want to come at this time. But I could come every day at this time, excepting Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, and Wednesday, right? Saturday and Wednesdays, I couldn't be able to come on at this time, but I think I'm going to, in all my coming ons, I'm going to include this time slot in it as well. Although persons may not be able to, and there will not be any time that I'll be able to have all the persons online at any one time. So we have to explore different opportunities and see which one works better. Oh, maybe Quincho is gone. It's taking a while. Yes, Teta, I was saying that we all have to explore like everybody do, because we can't be in one position and be comfortable. You have to go into other areas. And you find that, meeting something for the very first time, they're able to pull out so much energy that they didn't realize that they had. Didn't realize. I think he means that from his screen where he's at, it will disappear. Yes, yes, people. That's how it goes. And we are down to the third half an hour. The third half an hour. And I'm so grateful because when I started, I didn't know that I would reach this far. I was saying that I would be at the X point, and I passed it now, and I'm going into another level. Symbolic Pinchot is not able to put up. Maybe it's taking a while to type up what he's doing. Happiness is to know the Savior, living a life within His favor, having a change in my behavior. Happiness is the Lord. Rejoice mine, no matter if teardrops fall. I've found the secret, it's Jesus in my heart. Happiness is to know the Savior, living a life within His favor, having a change in my behavior. Happiness is the Lord. Yeah, he said he was on the road driving. So up here, my dear, you see vehicle till you're lost, and you can't stop a roadside, unless you have a puncture, and the officer is going to come at you. So no matter what, they can't park at the side of the road. You have to keep moving. No, I've never seen, the only time I see a vehicle park at the side of a road is when it cannot move. And I think you have to call the officer or something. The officer comes and assists, making sure that you get in touch with your mechanic or with the place to move it. So them no joke. So we just can see people park their vehicle roadside and sit on it and arrest them. You have to go over to some the parking lots where the businesses are, like the malls, and park. Then you can sit in your vehicle as long as possible. I better get a drink of water. I'm yawning too much and I don't want to sleep. I don't need to sleep yet. Don't need to sleep yet. $110. I'll have to get some my return. Oops. Yeah, man, it's different. You can't park aside of the road. Not if you check to make a phone call. You may be in a community where people live, but not on the highway. That's on those places. So, depending on the places, so big place, I don't know. They say the world is small but big. But anyhow, so that's why. And you can't be driving, you get ticket. You And people conform to these roads up here than back home. Back home, let me see, it's 110. Let's see. Right, it's 110. I know it's I need half an hour. So 140, 110, 140 will take me up to the 2 hours. Beautiful. Then I'll get up at 140 in the next half an hour. God is so good. The next half an hour, then I go to, which will be 20 minutes to 2 for me, it will be 2-1 for you. Then I go and prepare some food. So when I get back this evening, I don't have to spend time to do anything. So I'll be out of here by anyway after 2:15 or thereabouts. Yes, it's different. And because you drive on the right and so much rule, it's different. Oh Lord. But it works well, apparently. When you go over where the malls are, you call it plaza back home. You see vehicle like a car mart. Look like a car mart. There are so many. So many vehicles there parked. Workers park, people come to shop or to the stores or wherever. You have to park in the parking lot, not out on the roadside. Decency still prevail. I don't know if in the city how it goes, but what I see here looks very orderly. And I don't really hear anybody shouting, anybody calling. I don't really hear. I don't think I hear them toot the horn 4 times since I've been here. Nobody really toot the horn, but they will give light. And very rare here when loud music playing, but you may have, but I don't really hear it. So I say maybe down in the city it may be more, but where I'm at, you don't hear a thing. Not even hear a neighbor. If a neighbor playing a little music inside the house, you can't even hear because the buildings, the material keeping all the sound. You could be at the door and the music is playing inside the house. I don't mean everything very terribly loud. You don't know. And it just turned out ordinary. Television likewise and so. But other places now, you hear the music loud. Like when some people play, I remember somebody went and asked a neighbor why she's playing her television so loud. He wants to listen to his television. When the person told me that he went to the people and tell them, I couldn't believe I laughed same time. What's the matter these? He said yes. And he want to hear from his own television and the person that played the TV too loud. Lord have mercy. Yeah. Culture is different. But like I say, in the city, you may hear and see things differently. In the city places, things always different. And when I say city, you know what I mean? Big cities. I'm over 200 miles away from New York City. So you know how far that is. I don't think between Nigri Point and Moran Point. I don't know if it's probably near 200 miles or so. Probably. Yes, man. So that's how it goes. So Teta, don't you go to the beach sometimes? Or you don't have any beach up where you're at? You don't have any beach up where you're at? I always like going to the beach. Very refreshing. Especially the time of day that I do come on. The water feels nice. You go into the water anywhere before midday. They say, oh Lord, let me, go to see sometime. Hey, good man. Sometimes you have to get up on Sunday, but, well, if you go to work every day and then you have to make some time and go in the sea. You don't have to swim because I can't swim. I get teaching, but I still scared. So I'll be in the water to my knee, just to my knee, no further. As it reach my knee, I sit. And I'll be in the water all day, not coming out, unless I'm going to check the time or eat something. The water is therapeutic. The water is wonderful. Yeah, man. And it's even nicer when it's not crowded. When it's not so crowded and the water touch, it's nice. But sometimes in the summer months when the sun taking the water in it, it gives all these blisters. So you find that people would bathe, have on t-shirts because it's sun can be very fierce. But the water is nice, man. You must go and take a dip every now and again, Get a little dip, soak the body, and when you finish, you don't wash off. Just go home. Just wash off your sand off your foot. Oh, you mean you have no time? You have to come on, man, come on. Where do people leave so many miles and come to enjoy the beach? What? When I'm back home, I go very often. Honestly, because I love it. I love it very much. I like it very, very much. So you go sometime, man. Like once or 3 months. I wouldn't say once a month because you may not have the time. But and you just sit in the water. But where would you people from here? You'd have to go over. But people don't bathe at Port Royal. It's not a beach for people to bathe. It's a place to catch fish. No man, you can't treat yourself. You have to go to this. You have to go to the beach, man. You have to go. Don't say you don't have no time. That sounds like a crime. No, no, no. No, 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 no. God will not be pleased with that. And when you see just the waves just break on the shore, just begging you to come. Sometimes I look at, I found poetic words in my mouth, in my brain. The water just come up nicely and breaks and keep going back. And shallow, not in any rough way to bounce you down. Because I don't go in the sea when it's through. Sometimes it's rough and the waves, I don't go in it at that time. It just lying there like so calm and nice. You cannot resist it. Cannot resist it. You just look at the water and the little waves. You know, maybe you don't have any beach up here, so you don't realize how much it is important. And I don't like river. I never been at a river because a river look as if people that drown quick. The water at the river to me look heavy, look deadly. No matter how they tell me, say some part of the river shallow. To me, it's I think the sand, the compact sand, makes it for me to stand up. Me feel more confident. But in the river, I think the bottom is more mud-like, soft. And if anything there is hard, must be a piece of rock or something. But to me, you always have rocks at rivers. Or you go to yeah, hell sure. But if you're not far away, man, you're not even fear nobody. You just go down there and just carry a little food with you and a little snack in your bag. And go in about this time. 10, 11 o'clock is a good time. And soak yourself. And if you want to go on a holiday, when holiday, I can imagine the crowd. That's why I don't like go those places on a holiday. Something you're going to meet people you know too. And so I say, oh, I'm not seeing you in a while. But normally, I go and sit in the water for even an hour or two and just turn over like some big fish and just enjoy the water. Let the water waves just come up and push on my body and thing, bounce me over, and it feel nice. So you're there and it's like you're company, you're enjoying yourself so much and laughing. You understand me? You get up to walk and you drop back down in the water. People are always at the beach. Always, whatever time of day you go, especially in the summer months, upward to 3, 4 o'clock. But I don't like go so late because the water sometimes change and feel a little cool. So I like it before midday. I like to go there anyway. If 5, 6 o'clock, well not 5, 6 o'clock going on to, or say before the sunrise. Before the sunrise, it helps free your brain, your thinking. You appreciate, and to me, you have to reflect on the creator because it's when you look as far as the naked eyes can take you. The last part of the sea that you think your eyes can see, like the cloud the sky is touching. That's how it appears. Like the sky is touching the water. You say, well, It's not touching the water. But when the sun is out there and reach that orange color, like it's going to set, look like it's going to sink into the water that way, then you say, there has to be a God. Then the sun, even in the grill, the sun is beautiful when it is setting there, man. Beautiful, beautiful. That orange look on the water as if the sea is taking in the sun, taking in the sun. And you know, in a quick, and the sun disappears, then the darkness come over. I love when I go, I just reminisce and, creative thoughts. It is if you don't have time to take care of yourself, you don't have no time. That's it. Thank you for coming in at this point. I'm glad I get the help. I get the help I need. You have to take care of yourself. You know how I miss the beach? You would not know. You know I miss getting the fish. I'm not a fisherman who go and catch fish, but I like to see when the fishermen they come in and they have pretty fish. And you look in the boat and see some nice fish. I like it. Sea life is nice, but out there it's not nice. I don't know about out there in the ocean. I've never been out there. And when I hear they talk about sometime when the boat turn over and the lamp lost and all sort of things, I say, thank you, Jesus, I couldn't be out there. So when I want fish to buy, I will pay any money because I ain't going out there. I hear them talk a lot of things. Sometimes when they go for the pot shift, but they move the pot, then go come back and catch any fish. Then when they don't catch anything, oh, whoa. If you just ask them a wrong question, Lord have mercy. They measure it, measure it, measure it because they have nothing to take home. And they get so angry. Why you make outside people come enjoy the place and you not enjoy it? That's because she don't know. That's true, she don't know, man. Yeah, man. Say it's one of the cheapest way, I would think, back home to enjoy yourself. I think it's one of the cheapest way because if you have a little snack, you have to carry a little snack, no matter what you say, you're going to need, because I don't know what the seawater do to your body. But somehow, after you finish or so, when you feel like you want food, you want something to eat. And then by the time you come out and you get something to eat or relax a little bit, and you're looking back at the water, you feel like you want to go back. You say, oh, I'm going to go for the last time. I'm going to go wash off. You want to go back. So that's why I say it's one of the cheapest. JB, that's how it was. Yeah, but no, sometimes you have to take a break. You see, I remember days when I see people used to take bus, and they still do it, I think, and go out. Well, they say they go to Elsha and the different place. Some go to Negril, Montego Bay, all the different place, Puerto Rico, and along the coast. Round by St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, they have White House. A lot of people still go there. I think they fix up that beach well too. So to me, going to the beach is the cheapest way to take out a family. It's cheaper than going to a fast food place to buy food. So you can fix your thing from home and package it and just go to one of those locations and enjoy yourself. Only thing you have to be, when you have children with you have to be so cautious because you know what can happen. Quickly disappear. As the children they see the water, they are ready, excited, they want to run. So you have to be ready to run behind them too, because they don't know the danger. So some people when they go, they cannot enjoy themselves because the children are just excited. And they have to watch them carefully. Yeah, man, enjoy it, man. Go get some of it. And it's when you go back home now, you have a few days where you rest so well. Like you're hearing the ocean in your head. Like you're in the ocean in your head. You just enjoy it. Enjoy it, man. You say, my God is so good, JB. My God is taking me through the last of the half hour. I'm just a few minutes, 15 minutes or so away from my goal. Yeah, man, I love it. It's a good. You hardly have anybody who really goes down there and don't really go and get it at least at the beach. When I went there last year, I didn't get to go. I was so upset. There was no time. No time. So much to do in 1 week. But there was no time. And I was so hurt. I only could just look at it. But I tell myself that there'll be other times. hmm So it takes us some time. You have to go and relax. Take a bus or a taxi and go and sit in the water. Let the water just bounce your body. You don't have to move, you know. Just sit down in the water, just have you. And you come out and eat something. And you go back again and the water just have you rocking. And it's at the same time it's giving your body some exercise, muscle, toning it down. You have the sun rubbing your elbows, you know, and the toes and the knees. Everything going good. But sometimes work, that is why when people get the longer holiday, like the other day when we had what was it? We had emancipation and all of those holidays. You have to set a day out of those holidays to get some relaxation. Yes, your nerves will run down. And when your nerves start going down, it's not easy to catch it up again, you know. It's trouble. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Trouble. You understand me? Trouble. Your nerves control your whole system of your body. Control your brain, every part. Sometimes some people work so much, they don't realize that when they get older and dementia set in, they realize no that boy, we never take any time off, you know. And some people when they work to retiring, when they retire, they are so tired they don't live long. They don't live long. They tie the body tired and they know they become worried. Become worried. I heard that there's a beach up at in New Jersey, but I don't know. I'm not close to that place. I don't know the water feel. Maybe the water are cold too. But our water, the sun is just shining in it, and the white sand is below it, glistening. And sometimes some little fishes come up to the edge, you know. Some little ones. Yes, my dear. Give God thanks for everything. For a lot of us, would not have been able to go and have a vacation or get a nice day away from home, other than going to the beach. Some go to the river, but like I say, I don't promote the river. I'm afraid. Even I see persons go to Dungeon and climb the fall, I'm still afraid. So me go and slide off too. Something happened. So I never climbed the fall. But I've been there and I just go in the sea, the part of the seas. If you make the good time, my friend, is life is one, one life. Or if you make the best of it. I hope Supram is taking care of his leg. And I hope Brother JB is taking care of himself too. Goes out on the road and cover himself with the blood so that, you know, nothing happens. And the devil sends some people from, you know, where to cause problem. And then now you end up vehicle gone and you become unalive or you know, broken bones. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Yeah, we have a few minutes to go, 10 minutes to go. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, Tetla. So happy, JB. I'm so happy in the Lord. I'm so happy. Today's make me feel so nice. When I leave you guys another 10, 11, but another 10, 11 minutes, 11 minutes, I'm going to be doing, I'll have a video I want to do to you now. I'm trying to squeeze in the time, but time is always of importance. Squeeze it in. I don't know if I can squeeze it, but I'm going to try. What do you think, JB? Teta, mate, I want to hear from Teta too, you know. What do you think about going on about, uh, I think, I'm just going to say it, going on about 10, 10, 11, say 10 tonight. What do you think about 10 tonight? Tetla, I want to try. I did it last week and it sweet me. What do you think? Maybe you guys may fall asleep. If I find that I cannot sleep, I don't like to go in bed and wait and sleep, you know. I always wait to sleep come to go to the bed. You know, when you're going to the bed to wait and sleep, sometimes the sleep take very long to come. So I'm just gonna measure. You're not saying anything yet. You want to see if I'll be able to manage it? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Forget that tomorrow I have an early shift, so I couldn't try tomorrow then. Couldn't try tomorrow because I have to be out. But if I see where the spirit leading me to do it, I'm gonna try it. I'm not so sure of getting up. After I get a nap, like 12 o'clock, to go on a lie because my voice will have that sleepy sound. And no matter you try, the sleepy sound tend to want to come on. You know, but I have that challenge to face. And I also want to face the challenge again that I faced last week, which I didn't know I could do. And it was a challenge. And I would want to try it again. So you're not giving me any encouraging words and I'm not hearing anything from you guys. But don't be surprised. If you fall asleep, I'm going to try it. And then you will hear about it. Because see, Teta cannot be on it, because she has to be up out of bed from 3 o'clock to cook. Right, Teta? I'm provoking you now. And JB has to sleep because he's busy all day driving up and down. So I'm going to face the music, right? I'm going to face the music. And then I'll tell you about it. Yeah, I want to try it. You know, like I didn't know I could try it last week and I tried it. So I want to try it and then see how it works. And then I find myself sometimes wake up like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you know. But I don't know. I want to try. I want to do some different timing. I want to see if I can. But it's on one thing. Maybe those persons are on. If I do get subscribers from, sorry, from those times, I'm just wondering how well they'll be able to fit into my time, or is it that I will have to make sure I do that timing over there? So I'm going to accept a challenge. I don't back down, you know. I'm not a person who back down, you know. As a little bit as I see, not a little bit, as simple as I am. I don't back down to any challenge. I prefer face the challenge and fail. Yes, yes, so I said, try it and see how it goes. I'm going to face the challenge. You must always face challenges, you know, and face it head on, straight. I'm not, you know, I'm not going to run away from any challenge. I must face it, and if I fail, sink or float. And I'm not going to sink, I'm going to float. Right? And sometimes I do some things and I say, Lord, help me through. I can't manage it. But I want to taste it. What the psalmist said, I was going to read it today and then I skip over it and read another one. Come and taste and see. Something about what the Lord has done. Come and taste. And if I can find it, come and taste. Let me see if I can take the 5 minutes and find it. It's hmm, if I can find it. Psalm 30 something, right? Come and taste. Come and taste and see what the Lord has done. Something like that. So I believe in always taking on challenges. Face the challenge. Understand? When I find the verse and read it, and I want to do it before, within the 5 minutes that I have. Oh my Lord, come on, come on, come
You're
on.
over 60 and live independently.
Oh, the battery loaded. My battery can dead. I have 5 minutes to find the title.
Independently, unique.
I want to find in the 5 minutes I have. I want to find it. I want to find the psalm, the verse. I believe in that verse so much. It's in the Psalm 40 something. Whoa, let me hurry, hurry, hurry. Let me see if I can find it. If I don't find it within the next 3 minutes, that's 40 something. It's 42. Oh God. Mm-mm. Oh my God. I can't find it. Every time they run it and I don't find it, it's a challenge. The psalmist say, come and taste. I'm just trying to find that psalm. It's a challenge. I want to find it. Mm-mm. I'm searching. Time is going. I'm searching. The psalmist say, come and taste. Mm-mm. The one thing I'm not gonna find it this today. Oh, if I don't find it, you know, as the psalmist says, come and taste and see. Oh, I'm not gonna find it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mm. Guys, I have not been able to find it. But I know this is a psalm that says, come and taste and see what the Lord has done. When you use the next minute to search. Boy, boy. I should go into, no, I'm doing it the rough way. I should go into Google and ask Google to tell me before the time run out. I'm not smart enough. Ask Google to tell me where. Let's see if I can hurry. I want to share it with you guys. You see, come taste and see. Bible verse. I'm gonna say it. Psalms 34, verse 8. I find it now. That must be it. I'm gonna say, I want to share this important Bible verse, but I think I should take a challenge in trying to read it to do that early day. Let me just hurry up. I'm within the timing. I'm within the timing. Psalms 34, verse 8. If that's the one, I'm gonna find it. Whoa. 34. No, this is verse 8. Lord, let it be. Yeah, I find it. I find it. My verse for taking on this challenge is found in Psalms 38:4 and verse 8. I said, come taste, but it's not come taste, is, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. That's the verse I wanted. And I got misled by saying, come taste and see. It's, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. So I want to take on a challenge, and I know I cannot do it without him. And there I had it in my head, kept saying, come taste and see. But it should have been, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. And that's my challenge. That's what I want to go through. Taste and see, because it is good, that the Lord is good. And that's what I'm going to leave with you now, which I've never done before. But this thing was in me, said, find that verse. And I went and I found it. And it's Psalms 34, verse 8. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is he that trusteth in the Lord. Let that be your thought for the remaining portion of the day and onwards. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.